What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. So today we're pretty much going to be going over Baby Doge. We're just going to be going over some of the updates that we've had overnight, and we're also going to go over what just now happened in the overall crypto market, which is causing everything to kind of go up right now. So definitely stick around to the end of the video. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you all want me to go over next, and let's get straight to it. So, before we even go over the technical analysis, I'm going to first start by saying we did have the interest rate hiked by the Fed by 25 BPS. So that happened, and that's why Bitcoin pretty much did what it did. Now, everything else should start following behind Bitcoin in a little bit. As you can see, Baby Doge did a little bit of a jump as well. It went all the way from here from 1450 all the way back up to about 1530. So that's what happened inside of Baby Doge. Now, I think everything else will eventually, take heed and just follow where Bitcoin's going. Everything's kind of having an increase. That's why you see a sharp increase in literally every single price. Polygon up 8%, 24% in the last 30 days, too. That's pretty cool. But anyways, let's go over Baby Doge. That's what we're here to talk about. So first things first, you can see over here, we now have 1,661,713 holders. So that's cool as well. And not only that, we also have this. So this is going to be the first of the month time to buy back and burn. So this was the buyback burn. So I guess they're going to do it the first of every month. So they already did it. And you can see over here, this is where the buyback burn is. 682 trillion Baby Doge burned. That's a lot of money. 682 trillion has been burned. You can see swap to buyback. You can see over here, 2.6 trillion right here was also burned. So we had a good amount. You see this 2.6 trillion and then 682 trillion burned right after that. And this one, I'm pretty sure this is just for the monthly burn that they're doing. And then they also did a buyback. So they did a little bit extra for the people out there. So you got to give that big shout out to the Baby Doge army. Like they did some good work over there. A lot of people have been asking for the burns. So they're like, you know what? We're not just going to do the buyback. We're also going to burn a little bit more Baby Doge on top of this. And that's exactly what they did. They did more burns than what they were supposed to. So that's pretty good to see that they're, listening to people and actually did the burn. So shout out to them for that. I just had to show that there. Now, also over here, I want to go over to the next thing for Baby Doge. So the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be the AMA. We're still going to have the AMA on the 3rd of this month, which is inside 2 days on Friday. So we're going to have that AMA. And not only that, that same day, we're also going to have the jobs reports for the U.S. to see, how jobs are looking in the U.S. So I think that's going to be a major catalyst day. We're going to have the AMA that releases the portal release date and all that good stuff and talking about the portal and stuff. And then we're also going to have the job release and openings for the January for the US. I don't know why I just not started there. But anyways, that's pretty much what we're about to have coming up, and that's going to be pretty good for us. And then also you can see here we're now we've been partnered with GymPad for a few days now, but now it's implemented on GymPad. So you see here we're proud to announce the Baby Doge partnership, and GymPad has already integrated Baby Doge's decentralized exchange on the Launchpad, so we're now integrated on the Launchpad. They said allowing project owners to list a pre-sale with the options of adding the token's liquidity on Baby Doge Swap as soon as it's live. So that's pretty interesting to see that people can do pre-sales on Baby Doge Swap now. So that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, we've been getting a lot of good updates for Baby Doge, and then you can see over here Hudoi, I think that's what it's called. Users can now buy and sell NFTs with Baby Doge on Hudoi. So now they can use Baby Doge to buy and sell NFTs on the Hudoi app. So that's pretty cool as well. Like we just keep getting new stuff left and right for Baby Doge. So that's pretty cool. Now, we're also getting more and more money inside our DeFi swaps. So here it is. So our first update on the DeFi swap is here. That's $39.98 million in liquidity on Baby Doge swap, almost at 40 million now. So we're about to pass that threshold soon. And you can see our volume is also pretty good at $637,000 in the last 24 hours. And you can see we already did our buyback burn. So yeah, now you can see we now have $212 in there instead of the $8,000 that was in there yesterday. And now also, this is huge. Look, last 24 hours, how much did we burn? We burned 699 trillion Baby Doge. That comes out to $1 million right now. Like literally, we literally just now burned $1 million in baby doge. I don't want to hear nobody complaining about baby doge doesn't burn enough. We burned $1 million today. Like, come on. I don't want to hear anyone complain about baby doge not burning enough. That's $1 million that's not coming out of baby doge. So yeah, big shout out to the baby doge army for making this possible. But yeah, shout out to all y'all. And you can also see over actually before we even go over that, let's look at my earnings for the farms because with the more money flowing in now, people are earning more for the farms. So here's my farms here now. I'm seriously planning on putting a whole trillion inside of here. I want to put a whole trillion inside of the farms, but first I gotta make some more money. But I'm gonna definitely put a trillion here because yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. I want to have some baby doge right now, like in my ledger that's just chilling, and then I have this baby doge. So I want to see how this is gonna go for me, and I want to put a whole trillion in it just to see how it works. But anyways, $4.4 million in total liquidity in this pair. We now have more inside of the liquidity pair though for USDT to BUSD. So you stake your USDT to BUSD and you get baby doge. The only part that's not good about this one, in my personal opinion, it is a good APR, 9.8%. But when you look at it, the APR is lower because you're not putting in baby doge to stake. You're staking USDT BUSD pair. But the only thing is like you don't get the benefit of the BNB pretty much increasing. Like USDT and BUSD is never going to increase. It's just going to stay the same. So that's why I like this top pair here because you get the benefit of BNB and Baby Doge both increasing in price. So that's just what I think personally. Anyways, over here on DeFi Llama, you can see we're ranked 135, now 17.45% up for the last 7 days, 37% up for the last 30 days, and then 48.62 million is high liquidity. That's what they're saying there. Maybe they're a little off, but yeah, we were probably there very briefly and went down a little bit. But yeah, you can see Sheep Swap at rank 152. That's still fairly good. It's still fairly good. Shout out to the Sheep Army out there. And anyways, we're gonna move on to the technicals. So during that meeting that we had with the Fed, this is what happened. We ended up bouncing from there all the way up to here, and pretty much what the Fed mentioned that it was pretty much a save. That's what people are calling it. They're saying the Feds came in to save the market. They raised it by 25% points, and then on top of that, pretty much what Jerome Powell was getting at is that this is the start of the recovery process. And he said we're recovering. He said we're not there yet. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's recovering. And pretty much that's what he said inside the whole press meeting. Like, let's be honest, that's what he said. He said the job market could be getting stronger, but once it gets stronger and stronger, that would be an indication that we are now recovering. So that's what we're looking at now. So hopefully we can keep this up. Hopefully it'll continue to rise from here. Now that's just baby doge for you. Now Bitcoin is probably at a similar crossroad right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Bitcoin as well. But first, let's go to the 4-hour chart here for baby doge. Now, kind of scroll out here. So yeah, we still have the same resistance and the same support lines for baby doge. The same resistance all the way up here at 1600. The same support all the way at 1425. So we're still waiting for that. You can see that red area right above us on the 4-hour chart here. So hopefully we can continue to rise so we can hit that very soon. But the main thing that you really want to be watching is Bitcoin because everything's following Bitcoin, to be honest. Now, it's kind of funny because right when the meeting came in, we were right at our support. The meeting came in, starts to pump because he starts to break the good news, and then boom, it hits a peak all the way up here at 23.8K. So it peaked out at 23.8K, all the way down here from 23K flat. So we went from 23.8K all the way down to 23K flat, just based off of that one meeting, right? So that's pretty good. And yeah, it was really good. It was way overbought. You can see it here. You can see this huge overbought area on the oscillator. It was way overbought. Prepare to see a sell off. I'm not gonna act like it's not just gonna drop off real quick, but what I am seeing is a little bit of a drop down to the next support. So this next support is pretty much down here at this level here. That's 23.3K. We have higher activity there. It's green. It shows more demand for our supply and demand. So we're more than likely going to pull back to there. And then from that pullback, we should have some more momentum that we could actually build up because that support is really right where we had the high activity. And whenever it says high activity, that's high activity for institutional investors, dark pools, and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have high activity there, and as you can see, the whales pushed it all the way up there. So over here, we do have another resistance. If we are to continue to go up, then we have to get past that 24K resistance. It seems like 24K is really major resistance for us, and it really does not want to break anywhere past that 24K area. So that's what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. Now, as for the 4 hour chart, like this just looks insane. This looks crazy. Remember, we're gonna have the Baby Doge AMA on the 3rd, which is gonna be the same day that we have the job reports for the US. So as you can see here, this is the job reports for the U.S. And yeah, it's going to be happening on the 3rd. So whenever that happens, and also whenever we get our, it's going to be the unemployment rate, and it's going to show non-manufacturing PMI, non-farm payrolls, blah blah blah. But really, what we want to look at is the unemployment rate, and that's what's going to be coming out on the 3rd, which is in 2 days, which is the same day as our AMA. So if we get a bad report, don't just think that the AMA was the reason why we started dropping. Like the reason that we drop, if we do drop on that day, it's because we have all this stuff going on. It's because we have the job openings, the job reports, unemployment reports coming on. So that's what we got going on there. Now, as for the 4 hour chart, though, with a Bitcoin, we have that 24K resistance, like I showed before you, like before it was right up there. And then we also have a resistance at 25.5K. And then all the way up here around 28K is when we start getting major resistance. So we're going to have a hard time breaking past that. But I think we might have a pullback coming into the market. But we're just gonna have to wait for that. I just feel like the market's overextended right now. I just feel like it ran up way too fast. I believe there's gonna be a pullback. We're seeing on the oscillator here, there's lots of selling going on. This is the 4 hour chart. Even when you scale back to the 15-minute chart, you see that we had all this overbuying and now some selling is gonna start following after that. So I'm just waiting for some sales to come in. That's pretty much what I'm waiting for. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. I just wanted to go over that because it's very important, and it was pretty cool to see the market, start to increase as he started giving that good news for the interest rate hike. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you all want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.